Alright, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Reckless Abandon Tarot. My name is Triumph, and I've got a special reading for you all today. It's an interactive reading. It's a pick a deck. You can choose between 1, 2, or 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the energies of the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction coming through in Taurus on April 20th. As of recording this right now, it is April 19th. So I really just want to film this and get this out so that you guys can have some extra content for this conjunction, because it's really bringing in through this powerful energies of change and breakthroughs in whatever Taurus area of your chart. And so it's going to be like very much needed breakthroughs too, because Taurus is a fixed sign, so it's very slow moving. It's very resistant to like change and, you know, just pushing into something new. And, you know, when we're a little bit too stagnant, like, we miss out on a lot of like opportunities to grow and to experience, you know, new energy. And so we're going to look at what new energies are coming through for you all. The timestamps are definitely going to be down below. Also, I am going to leave in the shuffle portion of this video where I made these separate piles just for transparency's sake. So you don't have to watch that. If you want to go ahead and skip over that, just go ahead and use the timestamps to go to your specific pile. But we've got pile number 1 is going to be the Queer Tarot deck. And then we've got the Oracle messages from the Soul's Journey Lessons and the Wild Unknown Archetypes. So we got 5 tarot and 5 oracle cards for each pile. Pile 1 is going to be the Queer Tarot deck. Pile 2 is going to be the Crow Tarot. And then pile 3 is going to be the Sasuraibito Tarot. So feel free to choose your pile if you're resonating with, you know, a particular deck or a particular number or a particular color, whatever you want to do. I also encourage you to do maybe just a tiny bit of breath work before you move into your specific reading, just to ground your energy. And also while you're doing that, ask Spirit to provide some messages for you within these videos. All right. I'm just going to do this basically like desire spread style. We're going to pull 5 tarot cards for each pile, and then 4 or 5 oracle cards for each pile as well. So I'm going to start off with my oracle cards, and then I'm going to go into shuffling my tarot cards for each pile. So, yeah, thanks for joining. If you're watching the shuffle here, I'm putting this in just for transparency's sake, so you guys get to see how I do my piles before you end up choosing them for the reading. So these particular cards are the Soul's Journey Lesson cards by James Van Praagh. We're going to pull 3 of these for each pile. Alright, so let's start with pile 1. Ooh, pile 1. Not that one. That one. And this one. Okay. That's for pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 2, you're going to have these 3. And then for pile 3. We're going to pull 2 of the Wild Unknown Archetypes for each pile as well. And I don't know about y'all, but the eclipses that we've just recently gone through have been flipping me up, down, and all around. And I don't know what kind of changes that you guys have been experiencing at this time, but, you know, I just send my love to everybody, because it's been very intense for me. And, you know, I'm actually a Libra sun. And and you know, we've been having eclipses in the Libra Aries axis, so I've been having just like a lot of change within my concept of self and within how I approach like my immediate like connections or my immediate relationships. So it's been really painful. I've been learning a lot of things. I've been confronting a lot of things. And honestly, you know, at the end of the day, I definitely feel like I am in a stage of transition and in this point of like moving on to a life that's just more aligned with who I am, the person that I am becoming, and the new like perception of self that I have like developed within the past year especially. And all of that is just, it's not easy. So if you guys are also, you know, really feeling these energies and kind of struggling and ready to have like changes come through, like, I just send you my best. You know, I send you all my love, and I hope that things turn around for you, and that I hope that you find your way on this journey. I just saw 444. Okay, so we're gonna pull 5 tarot cards for pile number 1. And give it another shuffle. Alright, so for pile number 1. My first pile. Pile number 2. Also gonna get 5 tarot cards for you. This first deck, by the way, is the Queer Tarot by Ashton Chess. This deck that I'm shuffling right now for pile number 2 is going to be the Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinane. So for pile 2, let's see what potential breakthroughs you may be experiencing with this Jupiter and Uranus conjunction. That wants to come out. So does that. This one here, that card, and then that one. Okay, so one more deck. For my pile 3 individuals, you're going to be getting your messages from this deck. Let me just refresh myself on the name, because it's a Japanese like inspired deck. It's the Sasu Raibito Tarot. And listen, I used to be a huge like anime fan, and you know, I kind of know a little bit how to pronounce like, you know, like the Japanese words. So if I butchered that, which I don't think that I did, please excuse me, but I'm actually super curious about the messages that are going to be coming out from this deck. So, I've never used this deck before in a reading on my YouTube or in person, really. So yeah, I'm definitely curious. The imagery on this deck is not a complete not a complete gosh, what is the word that I'm trying to use? It's not using the standard Rider-Waite imagery, is what I'm trying to say. So let's see what messages are coming through for the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction for pile 3. What are your potential breakthroughs at this time? Whoa. 8 of Cups wanted to come out, so I definitely feel like my pile 3 people are letting go of old emotional attachments that do not serve them anymore. So let's see. 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, I'm just gonna clean these up really quickly. 1 cards here. These cards are going to be for my pile 2. Do you have enough cards? Yes, you do. Sorry. Just making sure I pulled enough oracle cards for my pile 2 folks. Alright, and this is going to be pile 3. Oops. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with pile number 1. And we're going to get into these energies and see what breakthrough you may be experiencing with this Jupiter and Uranus conjunction coming through in Taurus. So if you picked pile number 1, this is your reading. All right, so for my number 1s, let's see what breakthroughs you may be experiencing. We're actually going to start off with the Soul's Journey lesson cards and see what messages want to come out there. Let me grab my booklet really quickly. Okay, so we've got adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. You've got acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And then you have humor. I choose to see the lighter side of life. So first 2 cards immediately both emphasize this energy of acceptance, right? Adversity is speaking to the challenges that you may be facing at this time, and how they kind of just push you out of that comfort zone. And that's what comes through with this conjunction, especially happening in Taurus. Taurus is the comfort zone. Taurus is all about like sensual pleasures. You know what I mean? All your senses: sight, taste, sound, feeling. The other one, smell. But it feels like a lot of people for my deck 1s, they're really facing a lot of pressure right now, and there are challenges that are coming up for you in order for you to get out of your comfort zone and to put yourself into a new type of energy. And you have to accept some things that can't be changed. So I'm going to read the booklet really quick, just so I can get some messages here, or see what the booklet is saying about these energies. So let's start with adversity. Okay, adversity. Accept the challenges are the best way to learn. No one ever said life was going to be easy. Obstacles are presented to you so that you may overcome them. Believe that you will, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Confidence comes to those who have succeeded in conquering adversity, and then the next hurdle won't seem as daunting. Adversity is an opportunity for you to reach out to your soul family. You are not alone in this time of challenge. If you need help, others are waiting to offer assistance. This test may have come into your life to teach you to receive rather than to give. Acceptance. Right now, your soul is learning acceptance. This may force you to feel out of control in a situation with another person in your life. Just realize that the universe has given you this incredible opportunity to release control. Perhaps doing so will help you realize that there is rhythm, a rhyme, or reason to everything in life. Rather than thinking that these are accidents that are occurring, refer to these conditions as moments of divine design. Maybe it's a person or a situation that you do not agree with right now. For the moment, instead of having a knee-jerk reaction based on an emotional response, stop, step back, observe, and make an attempt to understand both sides of the equation, which is an incredible gift for you to practice tolerance, grace, and patience. Realize that although you have come to accept a situation or a condition, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are condoning a behavior or that you support it. You see it for what it is and recognize that there is something rich to learn from it. Now, the last one, we're going to read humor, and then we're going to get into the tarot messages. Humor, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. There are definitely parts of life that require your serious attention, but you have to learn to have fun. Don't neglect things that bring you joy or make you laugh. Besides the health benefits to your physical body, your emotional and mental bodies reap huge rewards from the art of joy. Seek out the people who make you feel good about being alive. Avoid cynicism and pessimism. Always look at your cup as being half full instead of half empty. The endless chatter of this physical dimension can seep into your conscious mind, so do your best to listen to happy music, read soul-enriching fiction, and be wary of movies or TV shows that can darken your mood. Happy people attract happy people. So those are the messages from the Soul's Journey lesson. I'm going to move them to the side really quickly so that we can pull our tarot messages. And we're just doing this desire spread style. So these first two cards are going to represent the main energy that you may be experiencing, what's crossing that energy, how you've responded in the past, present, and your advice, what you need to know now, or how you can best navigate the energy in the future. So coming through for my Pile 1 folks, we're starting off with the Two of Wands. So for my Pile 1 individuals, you're at a moment right now where you're feeling like you can see more opportunities ahead of you. Whenever I get the Two of Wands, it reminds me of that saying that the grass is greener on the other side. So I think there's more to that saying, and it's kind of more like the grass is greener where you water it. But what is coming through with this card right now for my Pile 1 individuals is that you are starting to be able to conceptualize an experience that's different than what you're going through right now. That could be better for you. That could be more fun, more exciting, more passionate, more aligned with your spirit and your energy. So I see that my Pile 1 individuals are at this point where they're looking at the horizon, or not necessarily looking at the horizon, but they feel like they have the world in their hands. They feel like there is a lot of opportunities to have a new experience, or you're calculating or imagining, I want to say, more opportunities for you that could be better than what you're currently experiencing. So what's crossing this energy is the sun. Wow. Wow. That's really interesting. You know, when you have the sun crossing this energy of the Two of Wands, I want to say that my Pile 1 individuals are really at this moment. It kind of feels like a crossroads where you're trying to decide on if what you're doing is actually like part of what you truly, you know, define as like happiness or soul fulfilling for you, right? Because it's like you have the sun crossing this energy, and it's almost exactly like the grass is greener on the other side. It's like, for all intents and purposes, you are happy with what you have right now, right? You have the sun energy, so like on paper, you kind of have everything that you need, but it's still crossing this energy of the Two of Wands, which is where you're trying to decide, you know, is there something better for me? Is there another path that I can go down? So it's like, it's almost like, you know, you have some type of success, you have some type of visibility, you have some type of validation that you are experiencing with what you are currently doing out in the world. But for you, it's like it feels like it's not good enough. You know what I mean? It's like there's something about it that is really just like not actually making you passionate, making you feel connected, making you feel like you are having fun or enjoying what you're doing. So even though, you know, you do have some type of success on paper and everybody can see it, you're still like at this point where you're just like, you know, what is on the other side of this? Like, what else is out there for me that I can be moving towards? It feels like, you know, whatever type of success that you have right now with the sun isn't necessarily the success that you envisioned for yourself. You know what I mean? Because there's like this child, there's the kid on the sun, which kind of represents like childlike wonder, childlike happiness. I feel like with this Two of Wands, you're actually trying to move towards something that is representative of your specific childlike happiness, rather than, doing something that is generally considered generally considered successful on like a societal stage. You know what I mean? If that is making sense for y'all. So in the past, how are you navigating this energy? You have the devil, right? So it's just like you are holding on to something even though it's not worth it for you. You know what I mean? It's not within your best interest, because the devil is like this toxic attachment energy. The devil is representative of Capricorn energy. So it could be concerned with like reputation and like work and structure and legacy. But whatever is going on with like this devil card, it almost feels like you felt like you were chained to like the obligation of whatever this sun experience is. Like whatever you do with this sun experience, it's provided support, it's provided success, it's provided validation and accolades and acknowledgement for you. But for some reason, there's some level of restriction that comes along with it. You know what I mean? It's like people see you in a particular way, and because people know you as this and know you as this person who does this thing to create their success, it almost feels like you became attached to that, or it became your reputation, or it became your identity, or whatever. And you are realizing that, even though this is nice, you don't want to only be known as this. You know what I mean? You don't want to only be able to do this, or only have to do this one thing. Excuse me. Or you don't want to be stuck having to do one thing to create some type of success, right? And so in the past, like, you've really been constrained to that, right? You feel like you feel like you have to be showing up in this particular way in order to achieve some type of success, some type of recognition, some type of validation. But like I said, with the devil, it's restricting, even though it may be happy or successful. So in the present, you are coming through as the Five of Swords. So it feels like you are communicating something to someone. I don't know what this sun situation is, but when the Five of Swords comes up, it oftentimes will refer to some type of conflict, right? And swords are mental. They are about communication. They're about thoughts and perceptions. So I really feel like this is, for my Padawan individuals, you finally kind of speaking your truth, and being upfront maybe about the disappointment or the discontent with where you are right now with what you do, even though it's successful, and people may be like, how can you not be happy with this? You know what I mean? How could you not want this? And you're just like, it actually just isn't for me. There are inconsolable differences in your heart with, in regards to what you're doing and what you actually want to experience and what you want to feel inside. So you're coming through in the present as this Five of Swords. So you're maybe having a conversation with somebody, and you're not coming to a positive conclusion or reconciliation. This is more so like, hey, this is how I feel. I know how you feel, but I'm standing my ground, standing on my business type energy. This last card is going to be the advice, or how you can possibly best navigate the energy at this time. And you're coming through with the 10 of Cups in the reverse. So this is really reiterating this energy of like the sun that is crossing this Two of Wands, right? The sun is one of the happiest cards in the deck. But right now it's coming through as a challenge, right? The 10 of Cups is one of the happiest cards in the deck, but it's coming through in the reverse, and it's a little bit challenging. So what's coming through right now, the advice from Spirit, or what you really need to pay attention to, is the expectations of happiness, right? Because when you have the sun, On the outside, it looks like you have everything that you need, but on the inside, you're feeling like this Ten of Cups person, or you're feeling like this Ten of Cups in the reverse, where, you know, this is supposed to be happy. This is supposed to be satisfactory. This is supposed to be fulfilling, but I am not feeling fulfilled. So, if this is you and you're not actually feeling fulfilled with what you're doing here with the sun energy, that's information, right? That's information on, it's information for your body to know kind of where you want to go from here, right? To feel good is to feel God, right? So if you have the sun, you have the success, but you don't feel good, then it's not God. Then it's not resonant with you. Then it's not for you. So it makes sense why you would be in this energy of trying to decide, you know, where the grass is greener. What is a new path for you that could be much more fun, be much more fulfilling, much more in line with your spirit and your energy. So this is, all of this is what's coming through for the breakthrough for my Power One individuals. So keep in mind, you know, it's Jupiter and Uranus, so you can have some things come through like quickly, but this energy is happening in Taurus, so it's really, it's gonna take a good amount of time regardless. But I feel like for my Power One individuals, what your breakthrough is that you're finally stepping away from a former way of defining your success and your happiness, right? It's like you've done it this way, and you know it's been good, it's been chill. It feels a little restrictive, so you're actually ready to let go of this and move into a different direction. And it's gonna take some time, like I said, but I feel like, you know, for you, this is, you may be, you know, I'm only seeing like Leo energy and Capricorn energy here, but you know, with the Leo energy, you may be a fixed sign, you know what I mean? And the fixed signs really need this push from Uranus and Jupiter right now. They really need this push, this wake up call, push out of your comfort zone to experience something new, to get the ball rolling in a different direction. Let's look at the not soul journey lesson, but the wild unknown archetypes. We've got the Destroyer. Love that. And we've got the Starborn. Interesting. So let's look in the booklet and see what it says about these two cards. I'm going to read the Starborn first, just because it's easier to get to. Whenever I pull the Wild Unknown Archetypes, I like to let you all know that, you know, these two cards, they might not necessarily have messages that fit very like closely within the reading, but they could have messages that resonate with you as a person. So just listen to what is coming through, and if it's for you, then it's for you. So we're starting with the Starborn. It says, the divine child, the star child, the destined. An elusive yet radiant aspect of the self, the Starborn archetype points to the cosmic spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. The moment the newborn crowns, whether vaginally or surgically, the royal stars above are said to constellate in a unique shape that maps our path in the world. The idea of destiny is controversial, yet the Starborn naturally feels a sense of destination and purpose, aiming itself toward a future that is beyond the mundane. When this card appears, travel back to your birth story for clues and insight. What did you desire when you were young? Practice seeing your life from a mythic point of view rather than as a series of logistics. Read the story of the three fates and envision yourself born under the stars with a unique destiny. So that's really what I was saying earlier, right? It said, go back to your birth story, and what did you desire when you were young? So that's what is coming through right here. It's like, what did you desire when you were young? A lot of times, you know, when you grow up, you're not doing the thing that you imagine that you would be doing when you were a young child. So maybe some of my Power One individuals are reconnecting with that aspect of yourself and trying to find out now how you can move in a path that's moving you closer towards success that is resonant with your inner child and what, you know, what things that you admired or wanted to achieve when you were very young. So the next one we're going to look at is the Destroyer. It says, the savage, the unexpected, the rejected. The destroyer, the final of the three archetypes in the trio of existence, has necessary yet painful work to do in the world. Culturally, we have an aversion to endings, and we hang on to permanence as a signifier of success. Yet, the destroyer pulls the rug out from underneath relationships, jobs, homes, and all forms of security. It's the part of us that wants things to end. Its painful orientation is to uncover our true purpose. The destroyer does not let us linger in comforts, as it knows not much happens in that realm. With its piercing eyes, it seeks out stagnancy from a distance, and the rest becomes history. In the old myths, this is the moment when heads begin to roll. The ground opens up and castles crumble. Hold on for the ride. The destroyer has arrived. So that totally, what did that say? It says, the destroyer does not let us linger in comforts, as it knows not much happens in that realm, right? And this is what, coming back to the original messages from the Soul's Journey lesson cards, you know, we have the adversity card and the acceptance card, and it really feels like you are being pushed out of your comfort zone, my Pile 1 individuals. And it may have to do with other people, right? Because you have this Five of Swords in the middle of the deck, in the middle of your spread, I should say. And this is the conflict card, right? It feels like you're going to have some type of conflict with somebody, and just let them know your truth. And let them know that you are possibly ready to move on to something different. Because, you know, what you've been doing now, although it has brought you security, a sense of comfort, a sense of stability, and familiarity, regularity, like it's just not working for you anymore. It's just too restrictive. And my Pile 1 individuals, you don't want to be restricted anymore. And that is really what I'm seeing for y'all. So if this message resonates with you, definitely give me a like. Comment down below what your experiences are if you pick the Pile 1. And if you want to follow along for more readings in the future, definitely subscribe to all of my social media handles: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's all Reckless Abandon Tarot. If you want to hit me up for a personal reading, check out my website, recklessabandontarot.com, where I have my services and my bookable hours. So thank you guys so much, Pile 1. I am going to move on to Pile 2. All right, so if you picked Pile 2, these messages are for you. We've got the Crow's Tarot in this pile, and we're just going to see what breakthroughs may be coming through for you with this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. We're going to start off with the Soul's Journey lesson cards by James Van Praagh and kind of see what energies you may be experiencing at this time. So you're starting off with guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. You've got death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. And then you have envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Whoa. Lots of warm, like reds and oranges coming through, and yellows in these cards. So sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, root chakra activations could be going on here with my Pile 2 individuals. You have death right here. So definitely something is coming to an ending here. I feel like off the bat with my Pile 2 individuals, you may do a lot of comparison on, where you are on your journey and where other people are on their journey. And you may be having a death or a transformation in that type of mindset that allows you to release that kind of comparison energy and really lean more into like creating an experience that's all your own and not feeling like you have to define your successes off of other people's, definition of success. So let's read the booklet passages for these cards. I'm going to start with guilt. Okay. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. The energy of fear has many guises to complicate your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious because it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is a self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Guilt can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though, it's time to learn from the behavior and move on. The problem arises when we hold on to a guilty feeling that serves no purpose other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational, but if you examine it subjectively, act on it, and release it, it becomes a temporary emotion. Long-held guilty feelings are never good and will create a roadblock to self-love and happiness. You must continually scan your current emotions for any guilty feelings and bring them to the surface for analysis. Healthy guilt is a warning that action should be taken. Irrational guilt needs to be released. Moving on to the Death card. It says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Death is an illusion. It's a fact of life that the human body we use to travel the earth must eventually stop working. It's not meant to exist forever. The energy and consciousness that inhabited the body is free and returns to its natural home, but it never abandons us. Learn to view death merely as a change, and everything must change, because stagnancy extinguishes progress. The same is true for a relationship or a career. A soul lesson may be completed, and it is time to move beyond this point of familiarity and expand into new horizons of learning and development. This is a wonderful opportunity to thank those other souls in your life who have shared part of your path and taught you so much. And then envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. You must learn to accept that the obstacles in your life have been chosen by you. To be jealous of the soul path of another is to doubt your ability to judge what is best for you. It is human nature to covet the perceived luxuries of someone on a different journey, but to try to emulate him or her is not being true to your own guidance. You have chosen this life and these circumstances for a reason. By disregarding that and following in the footsteps of another, you are only setting yourself up for confusion and disappointment. You never truly know what is going on in another person's life and what personal challenges he or she may face, so to be envious is a fool's game. Be authentic to your inner voice, because only you know what is in your best interests. If you don't follow on your path, you will have to reincarnate in an attempt to learn your original lessons again. Wow, so take those messages how they resonate with you, y'all, but definitely don't compare like your path, your journey with other people. Don't feel obligated to have to show up in a certain way or put your energy towards like a certain path or goal because you feel like you're obligated to another person's energy. You know what I mean? Let's go into your tarot messages. So we've got the Crow Tarot cards here, and we're just going to do them as basic desire spread. So these first two cards are going to be the scenario that's coming through right now. We're going to have the past energy, the present energy, and the advice on how you can best navigate at this time, or what you just need to focus on. So for my pile 2 individuals, we're coming through with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so this is interesting. The Ace of Wands would often speak of new enticing beginnings, right? It's fire energy, it's exciting, it's passionate, it's fun. So when this is coming through in the reverse, it feels like for my pile 2 individuals, you know, you may be losing interest or losing passion to show up for a certain, you know, aspect of life. You may also be lacking some type of confidence or charisma, lacking energy, lacking desire. There is a certain lack of connection to like spirit within yourself that is coming through right now for my pile 2 individuals. So I want to see what is coming through with this next card. You got the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So for my pile 2 individuals, it feels like that you guys are having trouble staying motivated and staying passionate about putting in small like efforts and tangible efforts towards like large goals. And I can definitely resonate with this because I'm somebody who, definitely struggles with like discipline and routine and building structure and building good habits. But, these two cards coming through from my pile to individuals, whether this is like a work situation, because this is Pentacles, and sometimes the Three of Pentacles can speak to like co-working conditions or energies where people are all working together towards like a larger goal. This could also just be like, personal goals that you have for yourself that you're trying to attain, and you have to take small steps towards that goal, but it feels like you have a tendency or a habit of like falling off and not being able to keep up with it, or losing passion or losing hope or losing energy to continue to build up this goal one step at a time. You know what I mean? Like taking those small actions one day at a time to have those large changes. So that is really what's coming through so far with my pile 2 individuals. It's like you guys have a goal that you're wanting to move towards. It seems very important to you, but you just have a problem of not always having the motivation, not always being able to put your energy there. And that sucks. That's really hard to work with. I really get that. So let's see what's coming through with the energy from the past. You got the Two of Wands in the reverse. So this is interesting because the Two of Wands came through in the pile 1 reading, but it was upright and it was kind of up here in this like main scenario energy. So you're coming through with the Two of Wands in the reverse for the energy of the past in regards to this. So it's like whatever goal that you're trying to work towards, my pile 2 individuals, it's almost like you felt like you're in a space where you can't see the possibility, or you can't see how do I want to phrase this? Because if you have the Three of Pentacles and you know that you have to take small actionable steps like every day to move yourself closer towards like a large goal, when you have the Two of Wands, it's almost like you kind of just feel like you don't know what you're doing, you know what I mean? Or you're trying to figure out how you can do this and keep it exciting for you, and not really doing well at that. Because like I said, you're obviously having issues with keeping the passion up, with keeping motivated with your goal and taking these actionable steps. But with the Two of Wands in the past, you're just like it's almost like you can't see yourself getting there because that like you're fucking bored, like that it doesn't feel good, that it's not exciting, that you're not getting the dopamine like quick enough to keep yourself interested in moving down this path. So the energy of the present is the Two of Pentacles. So many twos coming out from my pile 2 individuals. That's so funny and really serendipitous. So with the Two of Pentacles coming through, for the energy of the present, it feels like you're definitely getting ready to, you're trying to figure out what is the best way to invest your time with this goal, right? Because that you have to take small actionable steps every day. So you're basically trying to figure out like what is the first thing that I need to work on, right? Because even with this, because I'll say for me, like, this is kind of like the energy that I've been experiencing right now. It's like I need to start building up some healthy habits, some positive habits, and some structure and some discipline. But I have multiple areas of my life that I need to do that. You know what I mean? So it's just like I almost am in this place where I'm just like, I don't even know where to start. Like, should I start here, or should I start over here? And it's almost like you're in this energy of trying to prioritize what needs the most attention, like right now. Like there are a lot of things that you want to invest in for yourself, but you're essentially like not 100% sure on what is the best thing to invest in immediately. Like right now, let me start right now. This is the first thing that I want to do, or that I need to do on this path of building up meaningful changes to create like a breakthrough, a revolution in my life. I hope this is making sense, or coming through like clearly for y'all. So this is going to be the advice on how you can best navigate the energy at this time, or just anything that you need to be focused on at this time. And you've got the Queen of Pentacles. This is really positive for all of us who are really trying hard to create something and maintain a sense of structure, and maintain a sense of stability, and maintain a sense of self-worth and self-discipline. I think that what is coming through here, and what my Pal 2 individuals may not realize, or this could be the unexpected, like quick, like breakthrough that you have, is that once you start making these changes, right, you're taking these small actionable steps to your long-term goal. I feel like once you start hitting your stride, you may start seeing your rewards sooner than you expected that you were going to be able to, right? And once you start seeing those rewards of the energies that you've been putting in consistently, the discipline that you've been putting in every day to just take one step closer towards this goal, like once you hit that stride, it's going to be so much easier for you to maintain that. You know what I mean? That's what this Queen of Pentacles is. She is the energy of like maintenance and being able to, I want to say hold on to something, but it's, what it is that like, she's almost like a creature of habit, and it's funny that this is coming through for like this energy, this Jupiter and Uranus conjunction coming through in the sign of Taurus, because that's what Taurus is. Taurus is a creature of habit. Taurus is all about, the sensual pleasures. And I lost my train of thought. But what I do want to say is that I think that once you find your stride, like I said, with these routines, that you're going to start becoming like this well-oiled machine, right? And you're going to understand yourself in a way that you know how to maintain your discipline, and you know how to, keep putting in the action, keep putting in the practical steps, and keep doing the practical, things that you need to do to create good habits. And you'll be more in touch with that without this feeling like you're gonna burn out, or that you're losing motivation, or that you don't want to do it anymore, or that you're bored, or that you're not getting the dopamine. Once you're at this stage, this is going to be providing so much dopamine for you, because you're going to be feeling like you have ascended to a level of mastery that feels natural to you, right? You're going to find out how to do these things in a way that feels natural to you. And that is going to be the best feeling for my Pal 2 individuals. So from here, let's look at our Wild Unknown Archetypes cards. We've got the Hunter. And then we have Thanatos. Interesting. All right, let me grab my booklet and just read from the booklet really quick. We're going to start with the Hunter. The Hunter, the Seeker, the Pursuer, the Predator. The Hunter hunts. They are on a precise mission with an aim. To return home empty-handed would be to fail, which is not an option in the hunter's eye. This archetype will journey far and wide, seeking the prize that calls to its heart or stomach. Tales of bravery and feats of strength often result, creating a life full of adventure. The hunter is skillful, quick, decisive, and results-oriented. Like the great hunting goddess Artemis, who carries her giver upon her back. Like the great hunting goddess Artemis, who carries her quiver upon her back, the hunter typically has a weapon of choice. When this card appears, it is critical that you ask 3 questions. What am I hunting? Why am I hunting it? Is the weapon I hold so tightly in my grip truly needed for the task at hand? Ooh. That's interesting. It said the hunter hunts. It really feels like it's speaking to this energy of like these goals that we're trying to achieve, right, and move closer towards. What am I hunting? Right? What am I hunting? Why am I hunting it? Which feels more so of like this energy of the Ace of Wands coming through in the reverse. And is the weapon I hold so tightly in my grip truly needed for the task at hand? Maybe there's some way that you're going about this, making these changes for you, and you feel like there's something very specific that you need to do alongside these changes, and maybe that is just adding like an extra level of restriction that you just don't need. So think about that. Think about if there is any type of constrictive thinking in regards to how you want to or need to be making like changes in your life, and just the increments of how you're going to be making those changes. Okay, so let's look at this last card. It's Thanatos. If I can find it, here it is. Okay. Death. Okay, so it also means death. So we got death repeating here. The theme of death is repeating here. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as a transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the end of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. Interesting. So for my Pile 2 individuals, this has been your reading. It feels like there is some type of aspect of self that is dying off. And I feel like my Pile 2 individuals really compare themselves a lot to someone who they see as a person that is like very structured and balanced and detail oriented and really good at like taking care of themselves and, you know, staying on track with like goals and personal like goals that they have for themselves, right? And so this may be causing my Pile 2 individuals to kind of feel a little bit of envy and kind of feel a little bit of guilt as someone who also wants to achieve these things, but is having trouble with the discipline, right? Is having trouble with the motivation and staying on track with every day, like the choices that you have to make every day, right? So there is some type of grace that you need to give yourself, and some type of death, releasing, transformation as well that you are going through in regards to your ability to manifest your goals, to achieve your dreams. Um, don't compare yourself. You know what I mean? Everybody like has their own journey, and like it said in the description of the envy card, it's like you don't see the challenges that people go through on their path to their success. You know, we mostly just see their success. So understand right now that you are going through the challenge. You are going through the challenge of creating this success, but you are the hunter, right? And so being the hunter, you really have to look at your tools and your motivation to this goal of yours, right? And kind of, I don't know, just see where your heart is. You know what I mean? And give yourself grace, and just, you know, find a way to do things that are true to you, comfortable to you, enjoyable for you, give you a sense of you know, excitement and some dopamine. And you know, just good luck on making these changes. I really feel that, like, I struggle so hard with discipline, you know. So that's my message for you, Pal 2 individuals. If you like this, definitely give me a like. If you find any resonance in this message, definitely comment down your experiences below. If you would like to follow along for more readings in the future, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my other social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Everything is Reckless Abandon Tarot. If you would like to have a personal reading from me, check out my website, recklessabandontarot.com. And from there, you can see my services and my bookable hours. So that was your reading, Pal 2. I'm going to move on to my Pal 3 individuals now. All right, so if you chose pile number 3, then this is going to be your reading. I'm super excited about this reading because I've got some tarot cards on this pile that I have never used for like an online reading or a personal reading before. So I'm curious to see how these messages come out. We're going to start off with the Soul's Journey Lessons card from James Van Praagh to see what energies you may be experiencing at this time. So you're coming out first and foremost with freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Well, you've got peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. And then you have discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Wow. So for my Pile 3 individuals, you got a lot of blues and purples coming out right now. So a lot of, oh God, what do you call that? Crown chakra. I think throat chakra as well. And I want to say, for some reason, I want to say third eye. Like, third eye is really coming through for me. But I feel like my Pile 3 individuals so far, you're coming out with these cards as feeling empowered, right? You're feeling empowered to create a life that's your own and live on your own terms, which is something that I, you know, wholeheartedly support. So kudos to you for, if you're a person who is deciding that, you know, they're ready to take a leap of faith on themselves and invest in themselves and really start to carve out a life that is truly like all their own. So I'm going to read from the booklet for these cards. We're going to start with discipline. We're going to start in alphabetical order. Okay, discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Your soul has a goal, but it also has chosen to incarnate into a world of distractions. Earth is a dimension of obstacles and challenges, but you have been given disciplines. Oh, excuse me, you guys. Let me start over. I'm going a little bit too fast. Okay. Your soul has a goal, but it has also chosen to incarnate into a world of distractions. Earth is a dimension of obstacles and challenges, but you have been given discipline as your birthright. It is time to remind yourself what your soul has come back to this planet to learn. This is a great opportunity to reevaluate your priorities and go about your daily tasks with a new system of managing your life instead of being the passive recipient of whatever comes your way. Distractions can easily get us off the work of our soul, and if we give into this apathetic impulse, we can miss many well placed and pre planned teachings needed for our inherent growth. Learn that the satisfaction of a task completed is more emotionally rewarding than a task delayed. Woo, that's legit. Let's see. Let's read freedom. Freedom. I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. Your soul is open to receiving new wisdom and insights that will allow it to make the right choices for its own growth. Remember, you are never a victim of other people or their circumstances. You have complete control over your own choices. By following your heart and being authentic to yourself, you present the real you to the world. Making decisions based on other people's expectations is not the true path to happiness. You are responsible for creating your own reality. When a soul shifts to a place of honoring itself in its totality, free from judgment, only then will it find its true freedom. Every soul is unique and follows its own path. Don't give in to peer pressure or the urge to fit in. You are the only one who truly knows the real you, so feel free to march to the beat of your own drummer. Now let's read peace. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. This is a gentle reminder that balance in the mind is imperative in order for your soul to live its true nature. At this time in your life, you are to learn the value of peace and quiet and the joy of being still. One can never be truly connected to the source of when the mind is engaged with unneeded chatter. Look around your life and be conscious of what elements are taking you away from the peaceful nature of your soul. Who or what is interrupting this solitude? It is time to reconcile past hurts and perceived injustices. Your peace may also be fostered by changing your outside view. Create harmony around you physically with order and calm. Trust the voice of your higher self to create an environment in which you can truly be in tune with your soul. So those are the messages from the Soul's Journey lesson cards. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful so far. I really feel like my Pile 3 individuals, like I said, it just feels very empowering. It feels like you're ready to live on your own terms, which is what I feel like most of us should be, striving to do. So we're going to look at our tarot cards. We're going to do this as a desire spread. So these first two cards are going to represent the main scenario at the moment. We've got the past, we got the present, and we've got the advice on how you can best navigate at this time. Excuse me again. Or what you need to be focusing on at this time. So just a reminder, we're looking at the energies of the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction in Taurus and what breakthroughs you may be experiencing at this time. So we're going to start off for my Pile 3 individuals. You got the 10 of Cups in the reverse. So for my Pile 3 folks, first and foremost, what I'm going to mention is expectations of happiness, right? This is already bringing me back to this peace card and kind of needing to be in connection with what is truly yours, right? And what is for other people. Because it feels like there is some type of scenario in your life that's, on paper, maybe it may seem like this is good. You know what I mean? Like it may seem like this is, good for you, what people are supposed to want, what people are supposed to be happy with. But you're not happy with it. Literally you're not, because you have the 10 of Cups coming through in the reverse. And you're just like, it's always about expectations of happiness. It's like, this is on paper something good. This is on paper something that's supposed to be satisfying, something that's supposed to be fulfilling. I am not feeling it that way. And so now you are in this space of trying to understand why you don't feel happy about this, what your expectation of happiness is, and what you think it's supposed to look like, or what you think it's supposed to feel like. So let's see what's crossing this energy is the Page of Wands. Oh. Interesting. Um, when court cards come up, it could represent the energy of people in your lives. Especially when a page comes up, this could be somebody that is, younger than you or just like a young person in general. They could also be aspects of self. Right now, with this page of wands coming through as this challenge for this 10 of cups in the reverse, I really want to focus on this as being like an aspect of yourself. And, there is some reason why you're not happy, right? With whatever is going on, whatever your situation is. And this page of wands has a big is a big factor to this feeling of unhappiness. This page of wands is somebody who is really excited to like try something new, right? Because wands are all about like action, and it's the suit of spirit, so it's kind of like feeling passionate, feeling like you're ready to manifest or take action on something. The page of wands, though, like, it's interesting because they could also be very shy. You know what I mean? It's like they're a page, so they are the youngest of the court cards within the wands, the suit of wands. So they don't have mastery here. So it's like they could be shy, or they could not want to start something because they don't want to embarrass themselves. You know what I mean? They feel like they're not good at something. They're lacking charisma. They're lacking confidence. Whatever it is. So, maybe within this scenario, it's like you feel like that you're supposed to be happy about this, but you may be feeling like you are shy or like you're lacking confidence in whatever this is supposed to be. This is such an interesting message so far. Like, I am not having the easiest time putting these together. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about this though. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep reading. We're gonna move on to the energy of the past. We have the lovers. Okay. Um. So, there may have been a decision in the past that has come through for my pile 3 individuals. So when the lovers comes up, this is usually I like to mention that the lovers is a counterpart card to the devil, and typically the difference between the lovers and the devil is that the lovers card will represent the unfamiliar heaven, and then the devil card will represent the familiar hell. So it feels like for my pile 3 individuals that there was a situation in the past that you may have started to feel like you were being like aligned with, or something that was calling to you, that felt really good, felt really interesting, felt like it's piquing your interest, your soul's interest. But at the same time, it's just like you're uncertain on what is on the other side of this if you decide to go down this path. Whether or not you decided to go down this path, I would probably say that you're leaning more on the side of that you didn't go down this path, just because I see that the first card that came out was the 10 of Cups in the reverse. So it feels like you're unhappy, but in all honesty, like, you could have gone down this path and now you're realizing that it's almost like this feeling of like, because the lovers is the unfamiliar heaven, so it's like you went down this path, and because you didn't necessarily know what's on the other side, you don't know how to define what happiness is there, right? And so like now, like, you're this page of wands person where you've gone down this new path and it feels happy, right? The 10 of Cups, it feels happy, but you're unsure because you're still in this very early stage of it all. This is starting to make more sense. You feel like you're still in a very early stage of this. So it's almost like you went down this path and like you're happy because this is what you wanted to do, right? It was calling to you and you said, fuck it, we ball. Let's take a leap of faith. Let's go down this path because, you know, it's feeling good. You're in this new path and you're realizing that you're the Page of Wands. You're excited, but you know you don't have a lot of confidence here yet. You don't have a lot of skill or you know whatever in this realm yet, and because of that, like you are in this space where you're just like, okay, I went down this path because I felt like it was calling towards me. Now that I'm here, I'm a page, and you know I'm not as confident as like I thought that I was going to be, and now I don't know if I'm actually happy with having gone down this path. I will say that it is, you know, it would benefit you to continue to, you know, develop this energy. You know what I mean? You're a page, and because this card is neither upright or reverse by nature, like there's opportunity to develop more, go past the page into the knight, into the queen, into the king. You know what I mean? So you can develop a lot more confidence within this new realm that you're finding yourself, you know, right now, since you went down this new path with the lovers. So in the present, you've got the Justice in the reverse. Wow. The Justice card, this is representative of like Libra energy. I didn't mention the lovers, but this is Gemini energy. So Libra energy is all about harmonizing. It's all about creating like compromise and contracts and balancing, and you know making sure that everything is like beneficial for all parties involved. So with this coming through in the reverse, it honestly feels like my pile 3 individuals have either recently separated, like released a like karmic, possibly like soul contract, or you're getting ready to do that like now. You know what I mean? It's like, and you know it makes sense with everything that's coming out so far. Freedom, peace, discipline, freedom. That's this Justice card in the reverse right here. It's like you're ready to break away from some type of commitment, from some type of, you know, pact or bond, some type of bonding situation that you've had, you know, with another person or scenario. Um, yeah, it just feels like you're releasing things so that you can experience more freedom. You know, I feel like my power 3 individuals are the most decisive out of, you know, the entire bunch so far. It's like you're making moves. You know what I mean? You're this Page of Wands. You just recently, you know, decided to go down a path that's new and interesting for you. And in order to like really be within this space, you had to like let go of like a former contract, a former attachment, a former, you know, pact or bond with somebody, former commitment that you've had. And now that you've let go of these things, like it feels a little bit uncertain because you are fresh. You're fresh. You know what I mean? You're learning now. But that's really great. That's when you're the page, like the only way that you can go is up, right? The only way that you can go from here is to continue to develop your skills within this realm, within this scenario, within this world. So I feel that it's positive. Like even if you're scared of what you just let go of, like now you have opportunity for growth, right? You've released attachments, right? And now because those are gone, you can have the growth that you want. You can have the freedom that you want. You can have the peace that you want. So I'm going to look at the advice, or how you can best navigate the energy at this time, or just what you need to be reflecting on at this time. And you've got the 3 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, So for my pile 3 individuals, like I said, you guys just recently got rid of something. The Three of Wands in the reverse is showing me that there is a certain like potential or desire that either didn't come through, or like that you were waiting for and it didn't come through, or you just flat out rejected it, or it rejected you. So what I'm seeing with this though, because you are the Page of Wands individual, like Spirit is telling me with this Three of Wands is like, it almost feels like don't wait too long. You know what I mean? For like certain things to pan out, especially if you know it's not for you. It just feels like this energy of like not like putting all your eggs in one basket, or not. I want to use a lyric from the Ariana Grande song "Break Up with Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored," but she says, "Oh no, that's wrong song. Excuse me. It's actually In My Head" by Ariana Grande from the Thank You Next album. But she says, "I saw your potential without seeing credentials." Right. This is telling me like, don't wait for potentials if there's not credentials, right? If there's not anything backing that, right? Because for my Power 3 individuals, like, you're cutting shit out left and right. You are cutting shit out left and right. And because this is a part of this breakthrough, Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, it feels like whatever you're cutting out, they have probably been there with you for a really long time. You know what I mean? It's Taurus energy. It's very fixed and it's very like not changing. And so now that you've gotten past this energy of finally breaking through like stagnancy, like you just feel so much more like able to walk away from things much quicker. And that is what I'm seeing here. Like if you know that it's not for you, or if you were waiting on it and you got rejected, like you're kind of at this point where it's like you don't care. You know what I mean? It's like you it's not, these things weren't the end all be all for you, and you haven't spent so much time and energy like attached to something that you are much more able to like walk away and like let go of things that didn't come through, just because there isn't so much like history there, is what I'm trying to say. So if you're finding yourself in moments moving forward now where what you wanted to come through didn't quite come through, it's totally fine. You know what I mean? It was only a 3. You know what I mean? You hadn't gotten that far past the early stages of something that it's a complete heartbreak that it didn't come through for you. So I think that energy is very positive for my deck 3 individuals, and I love this reading, for y'all, because it, like I said, you guys feel really empowered right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you can really do whatever you want. So from the Wild Unknown Archetypes, we've got Alethea, and we've got the Pilgrim. So let's read the Pilgrim first. Okay. The Pilgrim, the wanderer, the traveler, the apprentice. For the pilgrim, an outward journey is always an inward journey. This archetypal wanderer seeks wisdom, experience, and meaning in the farthest reaches of the globe and the deepest regions of the spirit. Others will wander when the pilgrim will settle down and claim a more conventional life, but the pilgrim knows that the heart belongs in motion. Where there is motion, there is freedom, expansion, and growth. Responsibilities, social conventions, and logistics lull us to sleep, and soon the pilgrim becomes veiled in the slumber of the day-to-day. Yet, when this archetype awakens, it rallies our sense of adventure and leads us out the door towards a new reality. With the pilgrim at your side, you will never lack courage, nor do you need every amenity. Travel light, travel soon, your spirit needs it. I like that this is coming through because first and foremost, what I see here, it says responsibilities, social conventions, and logistics lull us to sleep, right? And that is like really drawing my attention to this Justice card because I was speaking about how this represents Libra, and Libra can represent social conventions, right? Social norms, certain ways that you're supposed to act to be a likable person, and this, that, and the third. And for my Pile 3 individuals, it feels like you are over that, right? You're over the niceties because it takes away from your personal peace. And so I see that for you in the present. Like you are moving now, so in a way where you don't have to consider so much the opinions and like the feelings of other people, because there's happiness that you just want to experience for yourself, you know. Okay, let's read Alethea. Actually, this card actually comes out like fairly frequently. Okay, Alethea, truth. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Alethea. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rationale. We can also recognize Alethea by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves. Excuse me, and are more likely to tell our own story. The Alethea card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic art, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. Set yourself free, Pile 3. Like, literally, come forward with your truth, which I honestly think that you've done already, or you're just about to do that, and live your life on your own terms. This is your Uranus in Taurus, your Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus breakthrough, right? You're feeling much more empowered to lead a life that is completely your own, and to finally like sever old like contracts, attachments, that don't allow you to keep yourself in motion, to keep your soul in motion, you know what I mean, and to experience the next thing, the next path of growth that is calling towards you. So that is my message for my Pile 3 individuals. I hope this resonates with you. Definitely comment down below, you know, what you're experiencing. If you chose this pile, give me a like if you like this message. If you want to follow along for more readings in the future, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also follow my other social media outlets. I've got Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Everything is Reckless Abandon Tarot. And if you would like a personal reading from me, please check out my website, recklessabandontarot.com, and from there you can see my services and my bookable hours. So thank you guys so much. I hope to catch you guys soon in the next reading. Good luck with your Jupiter and Uranus breakthrough, and I will see you guys next time.